Hey guys, so today I'm going to be doing a service on my 2014 F250 Superduty. It's got the 6.7 diesel engine in it. So I've just dropped the oil. It's draining out right now. Got the filter off. Plug holders there. Filters off. Yeah, big bucket. You want a big bucket for these because you got a fair amount of oil that's going to come out of that pan. So just make sure you have a decent sized bucket when you swap it out. So I've gone for the Magnatech diesel. This is the Dexos. It's for the AdBlue system and the DEF. Need the spec oil for this truck. Also going with a K&N high quality filter. I always try to use the best stuff in any of my stuff I've got, my trucks and my Polaris and motorcycles and all the rest of it. So I've trusted Castrol for a long time. It's really good oil. So another thing I've got, topside creeper. So this creeper is awesome for having a 6-inch lift and trying to get up over the top here and swap out fuel filters and put the oil in and things like that. So I've just swapped out the fuel filter as well. So that just sits up in there. They're just push on plugs. Pretty simple to swap them out. Alrighty, I'm going to put the new filter on and the plug, and I'll come back to you. So Canon even give you a little sticker for your windscreen, which is cool. I like these filters too because they're a wrench off system. You just put a spanner on the bottom there and you can turn them straight off without having to put a strap and crushing the filter and all the rest of it. So I'm going to go ahead now and fill this filter up. Just because it's so big, we'll pre-fill it before we screw it on. Another cool thing about Castrol, they've even thought of little tap. You can put that on your, put the cap back on, put it in the bottom there. You got a nice controlled flow then. Good work, Castrol. Anyway, so we've got our K&N filter. I usually just leave it in the box in case I get a little bit of spillage. I did, because I spill everything. So I've got it 3/4 of the way filled up. I'll go under there now and screw it on, and yeah, we'll get this thing back together. So we're going to go ahead now and get this all cleaned up. Get your pre-filled filter. Alright, so we've got the filter on. Waited a few minutes, checked no leaks. We're all good there. Plugs back in. Big pan of oil and an oil filter in there somewhere. Alright, I'll go back up the top now and start filling it up. Rightio, so we've got Magnatech diesel 5W40. In the US it's 13 quarts. but we're in Australia, we use litres, so it's like 12.3, I think, litres of oil. And then just check your dipstick from there, and yeah, so let's go ahead and get this oil in. So just putting the last, this will be 12 litres. Just got one of these little measuring cups. You can get these from Bunnings, and I think super cheap, auto sell them as well. That into there. So that'll be 12 litres. Like I said before, it's probably 12.3 to 13 quarts apparently from America, but we'll just let that run down for a couple of minutes, and then we'll check the dipstick and go from there. Rightio, so the 12 litres looks about right, but because I only 3/4 filled the oil filter, that oil's then got to run through there, so we'll put the cap back on. We'll do a start up and let it run for a minute, then we'll shut it down, wait a few more minutes, then recheck the dipstick, and then yeah, add whatever is remaining from there. So yeah, before I drop the oil, I swap out this filter. So I think on the 2011s they have a clamp that goes around the outside that you have to undo, but these ones, I think 2012, 2013, 2014, 15, 16, they I think pretty sure they just all sit in. So just a matter of pulling them off and put the new ones on, and you're good to go. So before I get too carried away with starting this and checking the oil, I'm going to swap out the other fuel filter, which is underneath on the chassis rail, which is this one here. So we'll go and pull the old one out and put the new one in. Alright guys, so here's your filter. Basically all you want to do is just undo this tap and drain that in the mud bucket. While it's doing that, you want to unplug the sensor, just tuck that up there, let this drain, I'll come back to you. Alright, we're still draining, so I'm just going to take it off. You want a 32mm socket. That goes on the bottom there, so you can undo it. I've just unscrewed that. Just unscrews normal. Socket. And there's your filter. So we'll go ahead now and we'll pull this out. Put the new one in. And then you also want to pull this blue O-ring and put the new O-ring that's with your new filter. Alright, let's go ahead and do that. And yeah, so we've pulled the filter out. The filter looks pretty average. So that's out now. The bowl actually looks pretty clean on the inside, but we'll give that a wipe out with some rags. So as you're tightening it up with your socket, you will notice that it will come to a stop and you can't tighten it up anymore. So that's it, it's now sealed. You're good to put your plug back on. Make sure the housing's, little tap housing here is tight. And you're good to go now. So we're going to go through, we're going to jump back up the top and start this truck and check the oil levels. We're pretty good, we're on the mark, so remember that for next time. 3/4 fill oil filter, 12 litres of oil, and you'll be right on the money. Good stuff. But before I forget, always try and use these when you do a service on your own vehicle. Just easy to keep track of date and kilometers or your mileage and all the rest of it, so you know when your truck's due again. So yeah, make a habit of putting these on your window. It's a good habit to have. So once you've done your oil change, go into settings, vehicle. Keep coming down. Oil life reset. So you're gonna hold down OK to reset your oil life because you just put your oil in it. Got a fuel filter as well. Hold down OK for the fuel filter. Set to new. Coolant. New coolant is set because I changed that last week. Well, we're all done. Fuel filter primary, fuel filter secondary, oil dropped, new oil filter. All the computer has been reset and we're all done. So I'm going to clean up my mess now that I've made. That's for a video that's going to come in the next couple of months. I'm just waiting for a few other bits and pieces to start to turn this thing into a sweet 4-drive rig for us to go away, or overlanding as you guys in the States call it. Yeah, so hang out for that. We're going to be getting canopy, we're going to be putting in the deck system, we're going to be getting a dual battery system, we're going to be fitting a new ARB bull bar, we're going to be fitting a new winch, we're going to be fitting a new rear bar, we're going to be losing those ugly side steps and getting some custom ones made. New roof racks going on. So yeah, plenty to come. So make sure you subscribe and like the video and you'll see all that new stuff as the F250 becomes the sickest overland rig.